Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Jamira. Today I'm going to present about final assessment for article review in subject research methodology, past 3243. Uh, for our lecturer, which is Dr. Zila binti Zainal Abidin. So my title of the article is Impact of the Information Language in YouTube Learning on Academic Achievement. So we move to the first of our topic is about introduction. The study focuses on the role of YouTube as an modern educational platform. YouTube is widely used by students because it provides easy access to variety of learning materials anytime and anywhere. It allows students to learn at their own pace and improvement understandings through visual and interactive content. However, one important factor is the language is used in these videos as it affected how well students understand the information. Therefore, this study examines how information language in YouTube learning influences students' academic achievement. So next we move to the background of the study. The development of online learning platforms such as LMS has transformed education by making learning more accessible and flexible. In recent years, YouTube has emerged as a popular educational tool, providing a wide range of learning material across different subjects. One of the key advantages of YouTube is its flexibility, which is allowing students to learn at their own pace and revisit content when needed. It also creates an interactive learning environment through features like comments and discussions, which enhance students' engagement. So the study have shown that using YouTube for learning can improve students' understanding, motivation, and academic performance. However, the effectiveness of YouTube is not only influenced by the availability of the content, but also by how the information is delivered. In particular, the language used in educational videos plays an important role by shaping students' comprehension. Clear and appropriate language can enhance understanding, while complex language may create difficulties for learners. Next, we move to the research problem. First, the students are exposed to large amount of content, making it difficult to select the relevant and reliable videos. Second, the quality and credibility of YouTube content may lead to confusion or incorrect understanding. Another key issue is the use of information language. Some video use complex and unclear language, which can make it difficult for the student to understand the content, especially for those with lower language proficiency. In addition, as a result, these challenges may affect students' comprehension and ultimately influence their academic achievement. So next, we move to the research objective. So the first one is to determine the relationship between information language and academic achievement. Why for research question, which is what is the relationship between information language and academic achievement? Next, we move to the scope of the study. So the study is conducted at University Polytechnic Malaysia, which is UPTM. The target respondents are undergraduate and postgraduate students. The platform used in this study is YouTube as a learning tool. The main focus is on information language and its impact on students' academic achievement. So for the significance of the study is important because it shows how information language in YouTube can affect student academic achievement. When the language is clear and easy to understand, students can learn better and understand the concept more effectively. This study also helps students choose the right videos that are simple and suitable for them. For lecturers, it provides guidance on how to use YouTube as useful learning tool in teaching. Lastly, it encourages content creators to produce educational videos with clear and well-structured language to support student learning. So next, we move to the literature review. So the first one is about dependable variables, which is DV, academic achievement. So academic achievement refers to students' learning outcomes such as grades, understanding, and ability to apply knowledge. In this study, academic achievement is measured not only through scores but also through how well students understand and retain information from YouTube learning. So YouTube helps students by providing tutorials, lectures, and explanations that support classroom learning. It allows students to learn at their own and revisit difficult topics. So as a result, students who effectively use YouTube tend to have better understanding, improve problem-solving skills, and higher academic performance. So next for the independent variable, which is information language, IB. The study focuses on information language, which refers to how clear and understandable the content is in YouTube educational videos. This includes vocabulary, sentence structure, grammar, and how the explanation is organized. When the language is clear, students can easily understand the concepts, in the instructions, and apply what they learn in their studies. This helps improve their comprehension and retention in learning. On the other hand, if the language is too complex or unclear, the student may feel confused and have difficulty to understand the content. This can reduce the effectiveness of learning. So we move to the hypothesis and theoretical framework. So for the hypothesis, information language has a significant positive relationship with academic achievement among UPTM students in YouTube learning. So as you can see, the theoretical framework, which is on the left side, is an independent variable, which is information language. And for the other side, which is DV, the academic achievement. So next, we move to the research methodology. So the first one is about research approach. The study uses quantity research approach with a descriptive method. It focuses on collecting numerical data to understand the relationship between information language in YouTube learning and academic achievement. Data will be collected from UPTM students, as the result will help explain how language clarity in the videos affects students' learning outcomes. So next, we move to the research design. This study uses quantity survey design. The data is collected using questionnaire from Google Form because it is structured and easy to analyze. A total of 381 respondents from UPTM students will be involved, and the collected data will be used to examine the relationship between information language in YouTube learning and student academic achievement. So next, we move to the population and sample. The study involved students from UPTM with a total of population of 7,568 students. So based on the Crashy and Morgan table, a sample of 381 respondents was selected. The study uses a probability sampling with a simple random sampling technique, where the students are chosen randomly to ensure fairness and reduce bias. So next, we move to the data collection. The data of the studies was collected using a Google Form questionnaire distributed to 381 UPTM students. The questionnaire consists of 16 items divided into 3 sections and was adapted from previous studies with some modification. Respondents took about 5 to 10 minutes to complete the questionnaire. Before answering, a short briefing was given to ensure they understood the purpose of the study. The collected data will be analyzed and examined the relationship between information language in YouTube learning and academic achievement So next, we move to the data analysis. So the data collected will be analyzed using SPSS version 30. So the descriptive statistics such as frequency and percentage will be used to analyze demographic data in section A. For section B and C, the data will be analyzed using descriptive statistics, reliability test, correlation analysis, and regression analysis. This is to examine the relationship between information language and academic achievement. The result will be presented in the tables and chart for easier interpretation and used to draw conclusions and recommendations. So next, we move to the finding and discussion. So the first one is about reliability analysis or probable alpha for dependable variable, which is academic achievement. So the reliability of academic achievement item was tested using probable alpha. The result shows a value of 0.847, which is above the acceptable threshold of 0.70, indicating good reliability. There are 6 items tested with 381 responses. The item total statistic shows that removing any item would not improve the reliability, as all values are lower than 0.847. Therefore, all items were retained for further analysis. So next is about reliability analysis for information language, which is IB. The reliability of information language construct was tested using probable alpha, and the result shows that alpha value of 0.787 based on 5 items and 381 valid responses. This value exceeds the minimum threshold of 0.70 recommended by Nunali, indicating acceptable internal consistency and reliability. The item total statistics show that the probable alpha, if an item is deleted, range from 0.728 and 0.763, which are lower than all the overall value of 0.787. This means that removing any item would not improve the reliability of the scale. Next, we move to the descriptive analysis. So descriptive statistic were used to summarize the data from 381 respondents. The analysis includes mean, standard deviation, and range values. For academic achievement, the mean score is 26.27 with a standard deviation of 3.04, and the score range is from 12 to 30. While for information language, the mean score is 21.85 with a standard deviation of 2.43, and the score range from 15 to 25. Overall, this result provide an overview of the data distribution and show that the data is suitable and for further statistical analysis. Next is correlation analysis. Pearson correlation analysis was used to examine the relationship between information language and academic achievement. The results in the table shows that a correlation value of R equals 0.732 with a p-value less than 0.001. This indicates a strong positive and statistically significant relationship. This means that the better information language, such as clearer and more understandable explanations in YouTube videos, is associated with higher academic achievement among students. So next, we move to the regression analysis. Multiple linear regression was conducted to examine whether information language can predict academic achievement. The overall model is statistically significant with F value of 185.0, with a F value of 185.744 with a P less than 0.001. This means that the model is suitable, and the R-square value is 0.712, indicating that 71.2% of the variance in academic achievement is explained by the model. However, information language itself is not significant predictor with a p-value of 0.508. This means that although there is a strong correlation, information language does not significantly predict academic achievement in the regression analysis. So next, we move to the discussion. So the purpose of the study was to examine the relationship between information language and academic achievement among UPTN students. The reliability result shows that both variables are reliable with values of 0.847 and 0.787. The correlation analysis shows that a strong positive relationship with R equals 0.732 and P less than 0.001. This means clearer language is associated with a better academic performance. However, the regression result shows that information language is not significant predictor with a p-value of 0.508. This suggests that although there is a relationship, information language alone does not directly impact academic achievement. Overall, information language is still important for learning, but academic achievement may also be influenced by other factors. So we move to the conclusion. In conclusion, this study found that information language in YouTube learning is positively related to the academic achievement among UPTM students. While clearer and more understandable language supports better comprehension and academic achievement. This suggests that academic performance is influenced by multiple factors. Nevertheless, information language remains an important element in enhancing the effectiveness of YouTube as a supplementary learning tool. So we move to the last slide, which is recommendations. Several recommendations are proposed based on the findings of the study. Educators should guide students to use YouTube videos as a clear and understandable language to enhance learning. Content creators are encouraged to improve the clarity and structure of language in educational videos to support better comprehension. For students, students should also develop effective strategies in selecting suitable videos for their learning needs. And the last one is for future research. It is recommended to include larger samples and additional variables to better understand factors that influencing impact academic achievement in digital learning environments. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.